Cortana is an intelligent digital assistant. Cortana is Microsoft's answer to Google Now and Siri. Cortana gets its name from the Microsoft Xbox video game franchise Halo that contains a female, artificially intelligent character by the same name. Cortana is able to recognize natural spoken language and provide assistance. Cortana can search the web, search your computer, help with calling and texting, calendars and reminders, note-taking, alarms, maps and directions, local business questions, weather and flight information, weight, measure, and currency conversions, stock and finance, and much, much more. Cortana monitors what you do over time, and as she learns, she'll provide more useful assistance and advice. We can access Cortana using our voice if we have a microphone attached to the computer. To use voice search with Cortana, select the microphone button to the right of the text entry field, or say, "Hey Cortana." To use the keyboard to interact with Cortana, select inside the text entry field where it says, "Ask me anything." The default screen will fill with informational cards containing things like news and weather information. The cards that show up in this feed can be modified on the Notebook tab. Selecting the down arrow at the bottom of a card, like the weather card here, will expand the size of the card to show more detailed information like the weather for the next 5 days. The top right of each tile has a menu button represented by 3 dots. Let's ask Cortana some questions to get a feel for her capabilities. Select inside the text entry field again where it says "Ask me anything." Cortana can provide information about local businesses. We'll type, "Show me Chinese restaurants nearby." Some questions like this will be answered by searching the web with the new Microsoft Edge browser. With Windows 10, Microsoft has replaced the default web browser included with Windows. Previously, the default web browser since Windows 95 was Internet Explorer. After 20 years, Internet Explorer was growing a little long in the tooth. Microsoft developed the new Edge browser with speed and modern technologies in mind. As we can see in this example, Cortana searches Bing and provides detailed reviews from Yelp and a local map showing each location. Hovering over any of the restaurants listed in the reviews will highlight their location on the map. Cortana can provide reminders based on time, date, or location. We could enter commands like "Remind me to buy gas when I leave work," "Remind me to put out the trash when I get home," or "The next time I'm at the grocery store, remind me to buy milk." As an example, let's enter the command, "Remind me at 6 p.m. to watch the local news." This will open the Reminder Settings window. We can customize the reminder text, the date, the time, and the frequency for the reminder to occur. If everything is entered correctly, select Remind. To review the reminder we just created, select Reminders from the Cortana menu in the top left of the app. By default, it shows all of the reminders. We can also show the reminders sorted by time, place, or person. To return back to the default Cortana screen, select Home from the menu. Some questions will be answered directly within Cortana, like math problems and weight and measure conversions. Let's enter 365 times 24 times 60 to calculate how many minutes are in a year. To enter another search term, we can either close the Cortana app and reopen it, or select and delete the text. Let's enter how many kilometers in a mile. At launch, there are hundreds of useful commands available, with new ones being included continuously by Microsoft. For a more complete list of commands, we can search Bing for Cortana commands. Currently, the best list is the first search result at techranker.net. Task View Virtual Desktops. Task View is a new feature in Windows 10 that is like virtual desktops that are available in other operating systems. Previously, all applications you open would open on the same desktop. If you're working and playing on the same computer, things can get cluttered. Task View allows you to create multiple virtual desktops, each with their own open applications. You could have one virtual desktop running your business applications like Word and Excel, and have another virtual desktop running Facebook and Twitter. This makes it easier to separate the two types of use for your computer, while allowing you to pick right back up where you left off. The Task View button is located on the taskbar, just to the right of Cortana. So that we're able to see the difference in desktops, let's make sure that several apps are open. We can tell that the apps are open by the blue line underneath them. The File Explorer app is pinned to the taskbar, but it is not running. Select the Task View button. The two open apps are displayed side by side to easily determine what is happening on this desktop. We currently only have the single desktop open, so we only have the option of New Desktop. Select the New Desktop button. We now have the original desktop tile open on the left, the new second desktop tile in the center, and a link on the right to add a new desktop. Let's open the new desktop by selecting Desktop 2. For comparison purposes, let's select and open the Calculator app from the Start menu. Select the Task View button again to review the virtual desktops. We can see the currently selected desktop is highlighted with a preview of the content above. There is a small preview of the desktop content in the tile. If we hover the mouse over either of the virtual desktops, we'll see a preview of all the open apps running on that virtual desktop. To quickly move between the two desktops, select the Task View button, and then the virtual desktop. This is a great feature to increase productivity and separate tasks. We can close any of the open virtual desktops by selecting the X in the top right of the desktop preview tile. We currently have two apps open in the first desktop, and one app in the second desktop. If we close out of the second desktop, it does not just close out of the apps that you had on that desktop. It will move them to the first desktop. We can now see that we have all three of our apps open on desktop 1. Select any of the apps to bring it to the foreground to work on. Close the calculator app by clicking on the X in the top right of the corner of the window. File Explorer. File Explorer is a file management application for Microsoft Windows. File Explorer provides a way to browse and interact with your files. Select the File Explorer item on the taskbar. File Explorer opens to a new layout. The default view has Quick Access selected on the left, which shows the frequent folders and the recent files on the right. The Quick Access items include links to the desktop, downloads, documents, pictures, music, and videos. Some of the items in the Quick Access list will always show in the list because they are pinned. Pinned items have a gray pushpin icon next to them. We can see that currently desktop, downloads, documents, and pictures are pinned to the Quick Access list. The unpinned folders will change as you use Windows to show that folders you most commonly access. Currently it just shows the defaults for music and videos. Let's pin a new folder to the Quick Access menu. For testing, we will expand this PC and select Local Disk C. Let's say we wanted to add the user's folder. Right-click and select Pin to Quick Access. Let's move back to the default screen by selecting the Quick Access menu. We can now see our new folder, Users, listed in the Quick Access menu. To remove an item from Quick Access, we need to right-click and select Unpin from Quick Access.